Here with us now is Republican strategist Alex Zdan and Democratic strategist Jonathan Harris. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for joining.
Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Alex, I will start with you. The president ran on improving the economy.
Sure.
We remember him saying, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? We're a year into his term. What should he be doing right now to help Americans who are feeling the pinch? You heard the polls, you heard the numbers.
Exactly what he is doing right now. He is announcing that there is an investigation by the Department of Justice into the meatpacking industry.
Right.
This is exactly the kind of thing that we need to have in order to figure out why food prices are still so stubbornly high and to help bring them down. See, you can talk about the economy, you can talk about numbers, you can talk about the stock market being up, you can talk about jobs being added double in the second quarter than were expected, but at a certain point, you need to show people what is going on and not just tell them. The president's doing exactly that by taking strong action to bring those prices down.
But when will people see them?
The Justice Department is investigating this, so you need to get to the bottom of it. Everything takes time.
Sure, especially
it's
when it comes
all
to
a process.
Government.
Yes.
Right.
And I think that this is going to be something that could inject some more confidence in those consumers.
Jonathan, Democrats just won on the issue of affordability. How do Democratic lawmakers push that narrative forward, responding to the economic snapshot that we're seeing, and of course, going into the midterms?
I mean, I wish I had that ability to that level of optimism and ability to spin this. Look, this is terrible across the board. I mean, look, if you look at any of the polling that is available, I mean, there was a lot of talk about that Fox News poll. Donald Trump is underwater, period, across the board with the economy. And that is because Americans are feeling the burn. They're feeling that year over year costs are up. They're feeling that they don't have as much money in their pockets. They're seeing that the president is hiding economic reports, hiding our jobs reports. I mean, there's not been a time in our history that modern history where we've had our jobs reports hidden because they're so terrible. You know, and he goes out every day and he goes, everything's great. My polling numbers are great. The jobs are great. And everyone knows that that's not the case. And quite frankly, I think the Democrats, to your question, did a phenomenal job in this recent election, pointing out, you know, you don't believe your lying eyes. You know what you feel when you go in the grocery store. You know what you feel when you've got to do car repairs, et cetera, et cetera. Quite frankly, it's just Donald Trump has failed on the economy, period. Every poll shows it. His approval rating is at a record low. I mean, I wish I had my co-panelist to go to bat for me like Donald Trump has, but the truth is that the economy is in terrible shape, and Donald Trump is to blame.
We have to talk about another polarizing issue, and I'll stick with you, Jonathan, health insurance for the coming year. What can Democrats do to address Americans' concerns, given the shutdown did not yield any meaningful agreement when it came to helping people that still have the Obamacare subsidies?
Oh gosh, I spent quite a bit of time going after those few members of the Democratic Party that broke off because they didn't get anything for it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I know we've been recently talking about Donald Trump was saying that there might be some need to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies that he basically got rid of with that big, beautiful bill. I think at the end of the day, the Democrats just really have to keep going back to the American people and putting the pressure on, making it clear, which I think they did during this recent election, making it clear that there are millions and millions of Americans that are going to see their healthcare costs increase, and that's going to be a direct result of the Trump administration. And I think if they keep doing that, it'll put pressure on the Trump administration to negotiate, because ultimately that's why the shutdown happened, because the Trump administration, Donald Trump, felt that he didn't need to negotiate. And if you put that pressure on, I think the Democrats will get some negotiation out of him.
Alex, what about Republicans? What should they be saying to so many Americans who are very concerned about their premiums going up?
They're going to say exactly what I'm going to say to Jonathan and everyone out there who said Republicans wouldn't negotiate about health care subsidies once the government was reopened. You were wrong. The negotiation is going on right now. The president is open to a potential 2-year extension of these subsidies. Talking about this subject is a good thing. This is something that could have happened in September. It's happening now because the Democrats decided to shut down the government. Chuck Schumer knows what he's doing. People are enrolling in open enrollment right now. They are seeing potential eye-popping increases in their premiums. And Chuck Schumer knows that if they continue through January 1st, people will blame Republicans. And if they get rolled back, people will give credit to Democrats, or at least that's what he hopes. It's a cynical strategy that Chuck Schumer is pursuing.
I have less than 90 seconds. Go ahead very quickly, Jonathan. Go ahead.
I think we just can be clear. I think the polling shows that the American people feel that the Trump administration shut down the government. And according to Donald Trump, repeatedly throughout the Obama administration, when the government shuts down, it is the fault of the president that is in charge. So that was a Trump shutdown, and the polling shows it, and Trump's own rhetoric shows it.
I'm going to move on to our top story, the shooting of two National Guard members in D.C. this week. So a few changes are coming. More National Guard troops headed to D.C. All asylum decisions have been halted, and they're moving to pause immigration from what he's calling third world countries. Alex, what are your thoughts on these decisions and justifications? And if you can keep it short, I want to get Jonathan the last word.
Sarah Beckstrom's an American hero.
Yes,
this was
she
a
is.
tragic shooting. The Biden administration brought in individuals from Afghanistan in that chaotic evacuation and cared more about vaccinating them than vetting them. This vetting process needs to take place. It's a long time coming. It should happen. These moves are prudent.
But the suspect was granted asylum through the Trump administration.
You're talking about a person?
Yeah.
A policy is different. One person was granted asylum through the Trump administration. The Biden administration brought thousands into this country.
It's also important. It's also important to understand that that chaotic withdrawal that you're talking about was negotiated with the Taliban by the Trump administration. The Trump administration negotiated with the Taliban and then handed that over to the Biden administration. And this is a program put in place for people who helped us in Afghanistan to keep them safe. This is one individual. He is a monster. This is a tragedy. Let's just leave it at that. You don't need to play politics with it.
Biden
it won't
botched
make
the
Trump look
evacuation,
good if
no
you
doubt
do.
about it.
Alex Zdan, Jonathan Harris, really enjoyed this conversation. Always lively, and I love that. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Hope both of you had a great Thanksgiving.